everybody. I'm so ashamed that at one time I was Secretary General of my party. I really apologize.
I now want to beg kindly that the two of you now kindly, I beg you, stop what you're doing. Let Super Churchill have his last minute so we can move to the next one. Kindly, I beg you.
I wanted to respond to issues relating to the protests. Now, quite often, and the model. Now, you talked about the model, yes.
And may I kindly request that the exchange be expunged from the Hansard, kindly.
I've said that there are three different election management body models. There is the independent, there's the governmental, and the mixed model. In countries that have developed, that have overgrown the culture of theft of the vote that is so rampant in this country, they don't care about government officials running the elections. And that's what happens in countries like the United States of America, in Finland, and so on. People have trust in institutions. I've said that our election management body, that is appropriately called Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission, is only independent in name, but as soon as they are appointed, they lend themselves to manipulation by the state. And that's why I've said, because we seem not to have strong personalities of the kind of that led the first constitutional commission, the first generation of constitutional commissions were led by people of impeccable and strong character. We seem to be losing those commissions as days go by. And that is why, in my view, and considered view as an election observer for many years, I want to plead with this committee to consider restoring peace in our electoral process by enabling political actors to have a say, not just in the appointment of the panel, but in the commissions themselves. Because as the 2002 election has demonstrated, and which we all celebrated, for the first time, I was in Kondele monitoring elections. The people of Kondele went to the street, not to throw stones, but to celebrate Kibe's victory.
Maybe
we need to consider that, so that we
we've had you, Suba.
Lastly, on the gender issue.
Yes.
You know, you and I were here at Bomas. The constitution, the draft constitution that we adopted, had a different electoral system. It is that electoral system that goes with the 2/3 gender principle. When Abdikadir Mohammed and company went to Naivasha, they changed the electoral system without revisiting the principles. It is my submission that, looking at the memorandum that His Excellency the President William Ruto sent to the two chambers of parliament, looking at the proposals here to entrench position of leader of official opposition and that of prime cabinet secretary, there is a yearning for a parliamentary system of government in this country. Publicly we deny it. But the reality is that when you look at all these arrangements, including entrenchment of funds, CDF, affirmative action fund, that goes with a different system of government. We do not have to call that head of government prime minister. In South Africa, for example, the gallant people of South Africa do not go to the polls to vote for whoever will be president. They vote for the party. The parties present a list. It is in that list that if you wanted to meet the 2/3 gender principle, for every 2 men or women, you have a woman or a man. For every 2 or 3, you have a person with disability. I saw the people of El Chamus pleading here that they also want to feel part and parcel of this republic. It is that system that makes it possible for the El Chamus to sit in the National Assembly. And I want to therefore submit and plead with this committee that with all this evidence of unstated yearning for a parliamentary system, that we do not want to boldly say so, let us consider reverting to that system. We can still call our head of government and state president. That's what they do in South Africa, but it's a purely parliamentary system.
Okay,
That is
thank you,
what they
Suba.
do in Angola, where the people vote for the party. They don't vote for individuals. That is the surest way of ensuring inclusivity of all cadres of public opinion, all cadres of ethnic representation, all
Thank you, Suba. Thank you very much, Suba. Finally, the gracious lady. 1 minute. The gracious lady.
Just lack of ability. They are developed, and assure you, and I can tell you that. So what we are looking for that going forward, that let those promises be like written memos that are binding, that when a person has been elected to parliament, we as citizens, we as consumers can hold them accountable, so that going forward we'll not have these issues of just coming and smearing us with very nice oil to get elected, and when once you get to parliament, we are still having the same
Thank you very much.
So,
Asante sana. Thank you very much. Asante sana. I think we come to the end of that session.
Thank you very much.
Suba, with you comes all the all that. You haven't changed. Asante, thank you very much. The next is the CPF Financial Services. You're next. CPF Financial